Dear friends, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we'll be diving into another machine on the Vulnhub, which is Y0usef. And I will be demonstrating how to bypass filters by the web application. And also I will show you some new techniques in cybersecurity. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. Now, let's start it. We can switch over to Kali Linux. First of all, we need to discover the IP address of the target, the utility I'd like to use. As always, would be net discover. So as you can see over here, the IP address of the target could be recognized as 219. So what shall we do next? We need to perform port and surface scanning with a map. To save time of this video, I've already done that before. So now we can get out its result. As you can see over here, I took the options like scene scan, the default script scan, the version scan, and then full range port scan. The last option for all is ON to output the result into this file. Of course, the IP address of the target machine has been changed since I re-imported the machine into the VirtualBox. From the Nmap scanning results, we can tell that the target has two open ports. The first one is 22, which is running SSH surface, and also the version information. I have to admit this version is very outdated, but it's not easy to find its vulnerability to exploit. Okay, so we can put it aside for a while. Now let's turn our focus to the second port number 80, which is running HTTP service and also the version information Apache 2. So now we can open up the browser to perform manual enumeration first, and we can put the IP address of the target into the address bar of the browser. Press enter. So sorry, the site is under construction. Soon it will run, and now we can check its source code, but nothing here. Next, we can check whether this site has robots file or not. Not found. Next, let's launch Nicto to perform automatic enumeration. As you can see over here, the version information or banner request header allowed HTTP methods. Later you will see, not allowed. Yeah, HTTP methods. But anyway, we didn't get anything useful from the Nicto. Next, as usual, for me, I always use the Gobuster to perform directory enumeration. Let me grab the command of Gobuster from history. Now we can press enter. So Gobuster, and in combination with its subcommand, the dirb, this is short for directory enumeration. And then I specify the URL of the target, and then the -w option to specify word list. In most cases, I think, especially when we do CTF-like machines, this word list is enough, okay? But I'd like to emphasize to you, we need to try different word lists, okay? Even we need to try different utility or tools to perform directory enumeration. So, okay, Gobuster in this case, cannot find anything beyond this index PHP file. I'd like to interrupt the Gobuster. So just I mentioned, we need to try different utilities. For example, the second one I'd like to run is dirb. Okay, let's press enter. It's done. Found two, but that are not what we want. Next, and also use this a lot, dirsearch, and we can specify the URL of the target. Let's press enter. As you can see now, we have already got something different. Beautiful. We can copy and put over here on our notebook. So I'd like to mention again, we need to grasp techniques or utilities as many as possible. Otherwise, you will miss something important. Okay, even we need to create our own code with the programming language like Python. Okay, so now we can access the discovered directory to see what it's about. Press enter. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I need to, when you access this website, initially you will get an error. You are forbidden to access this administration. And we need to, use Burp Suite to add the X forwarded for header. Okay, otherwise you will get error. You cannot access it. Okay. Alternatively, we can use the plugin of the browser. Yeah, I've already installed this, this plugin, and we can set the IP address. So here, I set this X forwarded for. So now we can access this directory properly. Very important. Otherwise, if you do this machine yourself, initially you will get error. You cannot access this directory. In order to access this area or this section, you have two ways. First, you can use Burp Suite and intercept request, and then you can add the header or the field to request header X forwarded for. And another way, maybe for this case, more preferable way is to install this plugin X forwarded for header, and then you can set the IP address. Here I set it to a local host. So now we can press enter. Now we can access the application properly. Next, we can try to use default credential like admin and also admin as password. Submit. Fantastic. It's working. So now on the left, you can see we are allowed to upload a file. So next, I'm going to, of course, our goal here is to upload malicious file like reverse PHP file. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I've already got this script ready, and you can get out this file. I have reused this code or this script a lot throughout my channel. I think you know this very well. You can get it from, many websites like Pentest Monkey website. After you download it, you need to change this IP address. Also, if you wish, you can change this port number. So the Linux will use this port number to listen. Okay, so now I've already done that everything here. So now we can set up the not web server, the listener on the Kali Linux, waiting for collection from the target. Okay, let's go back and we can try to navigate or locate our working directory. Select, send. However, we got an error. So it means that there is some kinds of filter in place on the web application. For us, we need to bypass such a filter. There's some different ways. For example, we can try to change MIME type. We can cheat the application and say we are image rather than PHP code. And also sometimes we need to change the magic number of the file or the header, okay? And also sometimes we can try to use different file types. For example, if the application control the file based on the extension, we can use this way, okay? Or like PHP5, you got my point. And also sometimes, we need to, I think these are three major techniques to bypass filter by the, adopted by the web application, okay? So now I'm going to use these techniques one by one. For example, change MIME type. So how to do? We can set Fox proxy or turn, try to force the traffic goes through the proxy. Next, we can launch the Burp Suite. Next, now we can navigate to proxy tab and then make sure to turn on intercept option. Next, we can upload this PHP file again, send it. As you can see, the Burp Suite has already intercepted the request. So here we need to do some kinds of a manipulation. For example, here I try to change MIME type. We can change it to image GPG. So now we can send or forward this request to the target. As you can see now, the files has been uploaded successfully. Also, we're given the directory where our uploaded file is living. We can Control C and paste over here. So next, I think we can turn on the intercept option. Next, we can access this uploaded file. And now we can hit enter. So from on the top, you can see the browser is waiting for something. In other words, I think our uploaded file has been executed properly. Now we can go switch to terminal window, and we have already got shell on the target. Beautiful, right? And next, we can spawn the Python, we can spawn the bash or interactive shell. Python 2 is available, so we can import pty module, pty spawn. Okay, it's done. And also we can define environment variable term. Then we can clear screen whenever to get a bigger space on the window. Clear. Next, we need to gather information on the target machine to make lateral movement or privilege escalation. Okay, so now we can go to home directory. Oh, we find the user flag. Fantastic. And also, I think the tab, the user flag itself is encoded. We can decode it. Use pipe operator and base 64 with option of D, which is short for decoding. We can press enter. Even we have already got the username and password. So now I think we can switch the shell to another user. And we can copy this password. Successful. Fantastic. Now we can run id command. So nothing here. And sudo. This user belongs to sudo group. So now we can check sudo and supply the password again. Even we can run all commands. So the privilege escalation itself will be very easy and straightforward. We just run sudo bin bash command. As you can see, we have already become the root user. Then we can navigate to root directory to grab the root flag. So I think maybe, do we need to decode it? I don't know. We can copy. Base 64. Oh, you've got the root. Congratulations. Any feedback, contact me. Okay, my Twitter. Anyway, we have already done this machine successfully. So I think that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you next. Bye. Have a good day, please.